Hey guys, Bird Yugioh here. So today I have my top 10 budget decks for the new format. The ban list just came out. There was just a few changes, nothing too crazy, but and I decided to do the format a little bit different here. So as you can see, I do have 4, so there's going to be 12 decks. And actually I decided to put them into different categories so I didn't do like a 10-to-1. This is just like 4 combo decks that I think are really good. This middle one is going to be 4 budget control decks that I think are going to be very good. And these are going to be 4 OTK decks that are budget, of course. And so like specifically, I guess, with the OTK ones, these are more my deck profiles that I'm going to be doing for them are going to be OTK versions of the deck. They're not necessarily just pure OTK decks. But yeah, all these decks, in my opinion, are very good. And depending on what cards you play or what cards you have, they can be very budget or they can be very expensive with some of them. So as I do the deck profiles for these in the coming weeks, you can always comment and see what cards to replace and whatnot. I kind of just give the blueprint of what I'm currently playing, but you can always switch them up. So without further ado, let's get right into it. With starting off with the 4 combo budget decks that I think are going to be very good. This one is one that I love. DDD. I think there's obviously no reason to hit the deck, so they haven't gotten any hits. And they can build some crazy boards and do some absolutely insane combos. You can disrupt them and whatnot, but overall they have just a lot of plays that they can do. So yeah, DDDs are a very good combo deck. Another one is going to be Pendulum Magicians. So it newly got Skullcrabat Joker, which is by far the best normal summon for the deck, and for any Odd Eyes or Performer Pal or Magician deck. Got that at 2, and then we got Double Iris Magician at 3. So that's a no-brainer for just a really good combo deck. It's of course can be played more control, more combo. You have a number of ways you can go with Pendulum Magicians. And then another really good combo deck, of course, is going to be Dragon Link, Rocket Dragon Link, whatever you want to do there. It's an amazing deck. And that's one that, of course, is sometimes really budget and sometimes not as much. So that's just up to your discretion. And then the last one is going to be Orkest. Orkest, Phantom Knights, or, really there's a number of ways you could play this deck. And it's again another one with Gearsu that is currently expensive, but it is getting a reprint, so won't be as expensive. So definitely look forward to that deck profile that I'll be doing for that one with Gearsu that is getting a reprint. That'll be really nice. So those are 4 combo decks that I think are going to be very good in no particular order, of course. I would, of course, lean towards Rocket Dragon Link and Pendulum Magicians just being very good, but any of these are going to be excellent. And then for the control decks, one that I decided to go with, of course, Sky Striker. They didn't get anything else off of this ban list, but they have the last couple. It's really helped the deck out, particularly, obviously, Engage. So yeah, Sky Striker, definitely a nice one. Another control deck, again, another no-brainer, Salamangrates. They're always going to be good, always going to be a good control deck, in my opinion. Could potentially be a combo deck, but definitely more control-based is how I play it. Same thing with Sky Striker, just more control. And then Burning Abyss. Again, there's a number of ways you can play this deck. Currently, I think the best way to play it is more of a control, maybe even like a trap-heavy version. Same thing with Salamangrate and Sky Striker. And then the final one, again, another should be a no-brainer, Altergeist. As long as you open up some pretty good traps and a way to get to multi-faker, It's a pretty hard deck to beat because it just controls the board and just snowballs crazier than any deck I've ever played around with. So yeah, Altergeist definitely. I think these are, potentially like 4 of the best decks. I think control decks are just really, really good right now. So yeah, these potentially are even like the top 4 decks of this format. And now for the OTK decks. And again, these specifically, a couple of them are going to be like OTK decks, whereas two of them can be played more control, more combo, but I'm going to be doing deck profiles for the OTK versions of them, basically. So yeah, the first one, Lightsworn, definitely can be a crazy combo deck, but I want to showcase a really good OTK version that is really fun. And then another one of my favorites, ABC. Again, I generally like to play it more control, but I'm going to be, this is going to be more of a going second OTK version. And then Cyber Dragons, no surprise there. Very, very good deck that can OTK you very easily. And then the final one is another one of my favorites, Crusadia. And this, again, can be played more as a combo-based deck, but the version I will be showing is more of the Crusadia OTK version. So yeah, these are 12 decks, guys, that I think are potentially very budget, depending on what cards you play. And then I'll be doing deck profiles for all of these. So let me know down in the comments which ones you want to see first, which ones you're excited about, and maybe what decks I missed for like a top 10 budget list. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.